next fight, Jahi Tucker against DeAndre Smith. And the father-son dynamic in boxing is always something to watch out for. When it comes to Jahi Tucker and his father McKinnon, there's no place they would rather be on Father's Day weekend than right here in the ring.
Going through this boxing journey with my father, my corner, has definitely made this a very unique and exciting experience. Of course, a lot of people don't have fathers in their lives, you know, and I'm just thankful that my dad is able to push me and put me in positions like this. So, really grateful. To have my father in my corner for Father's Day weekend also means the world to me, you know. Just a testament to all the hard work we did. It's just a perfect celebration.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside the Hulu Theater at the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. This is boxing. This is Top Rank. Presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum and Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing. Brought to you by Boost Mobile, Money is Power, and by Caesars Sportsbook. You bet, you get. This bout scheduled for 6 rounds in the welterweight division. Our judges at ringside: Tom Carasoni, Robert Perez, and Robin Taylor. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Sean Clark. Introducing first, out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 147.6 pounds, wearing red trunks with white trim. He brings a record of 11 victories with only 1 defeat into the ring. 5 of those victories coming by way of knockout. From Atlanta, Georgia, DeAndre Smith. Introducing out of the red corner, presented in association with Antonio Leonard Promotions. He weighed in at 147.8 pounds, wearing red trunks with white trim. He brings a perfect record into the ring. 7 victories, no defeats. 4 of those victories coming by way of knockout. From Deer Park, New York, Jahi Tucker!
All right, fellas, y'all had y'all instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Touch them up. All right, seconds down.
There is Jahi Tucker with his father, McKinnon. And Dre, he's got all the talent in the world, yet it's those bad habits that he has, dropping his hands and those situations that he puts himself in that cause a little bit of tension between father and son.
Well, it should cause tension because that's the father's job, is to be, yes, a father first, but then a good coach. And he doesn't want his son to get hurt, knocked out, or derailed along the way. But it's also very early for Jahi Tucker. Very, very early in his pro career. He's still learning. He's still figuring things out. And I think sometimes we forget that. We see the young fighters that have potential, that have pedigree, and we want it overnight. It's going to take some time.
Talk about that pedigree. He was a top-ranked amateur at 138 pounds here in the United States. And he didn't have an extensive amateur career, just 36 amateur bouts, won 30 of them. The 2020 Boxingology Box Off gold medalist, 2019 International Bornazima Tournament gold medal, 2018 Junior Open gold. So he made the most of his time as an amateur.
Yes, but as you mentioned, very, very limited. And he didn't get those top amateur tournaments, and he doesn't have that kind of polish, so he's going to have to get his polishing and his learn a skill set along the way. It's going to be some rough spots, but hopefully he gets there.
Yeah, Smith trying to make Tucker eat that left hand early on, and their feet get tangled up there.
Big opportunity for DeAndre Tucker, who doesn't have the name, but he's fighting a name, and you can get the name by beating a name. So he's got a lot of work cut out for him tonight, and if he can get the job done, he's going to be on his way.
It's an Andre Ward name game.
Come on.
Tucker lands a short left hand, but Smith is right there coming back with something of his own. Tucker trying to set up Smith with that throwaway jab.
And I think Tucker, because he didn't have that extensive amateur background, he's going to always be a little awkward and crude, but he just wants to perfect that style, and he can still go a long way with that.
Left uppercut for DeAndre Smith finds a home.
It's hard fighting awkward guys like Tucker who are skillful, but that they do things in an unorthodox manner. It can take him a long way.
Saw that.
He looks more settled tonight and not so eager to, you know, impress. And I think that's part of the issue, is just being on television, being on this stage, being on ESPN. He wants to impress sometimes too much. Stay within yourself, stick to the game plan, and listen to your father.
And talk about being awkward and getting places and going far as a senior Byfield who we saw earlier today. Dante Stubbs, they're different type fighters that you really can't train for. Stubbs got knocked out though, and Byfield got beat, but nonetheless it's that awkward style that can do things for you. Round one is in the books here at the Hulu Theater, Madison Square Garden, with a nice flurry from Jahi Tucker.
To be the mascot tonight.
Whatever it is, man, it's worth it.
Hold fast. Back it up.
It was a big show when he beat William Encarnacion earlier this year at Turning Stone Resort and Casino. I'm sure he's going to get a great ovation here at the Hulu Theater at MSG. Inside the ring, it's Jahi Tucker and DeAndre Smith after a very respectful first round, trying to feel each other out, see the power and the skill of one another. And Smith comes out a little bit more defensive here in round number two.
Well, he's trying to read Jahi Tucker, that awkwardness we talked about. That's what he's trying to figure out. He's trying to compute where he can punch, where his range is, and Tucker's taking that away because of the awkwardness. But that first round, Tucker was awkward under control, and that's what you want for Tucker. And he was a lot more under control than we've seen in his last couple fights. He's looking good in this second round, too.
And he's under control of that counter right hand. Now it's a lead right hand from Jahi Tucker. And then he goes downstairs trying to land a combination. But Tucker finding a rhythm here.
Now Smith has to decide how much he really wants to be in that ring right now.
And it doesn't seem like it's long because he's looking to hold on as he gets hurt by Jahi Tucker. And this is where we've seen Jahi Tucker, Drake, play with his food, we've said before. This is the moment he needs to focus on.
Right, he's doing that now. I don't see him playing with his food at the moment.
Nice 1-2 combination as Tucker puts his punches together. Now he digs to the body, trying to break down Smith.
Good punch selection right there from the young Tucker.
That right hand puts Smith up against the ropes. And Tucker looking to finish here with a big flurry and make referee Sean Clark do his job and stop the fight if Smith does not go down.
One good shot gets in there, this fight's over. One good one, it's over. And it better get through because Tucker's giving up a lot of energy right now.
Yeah, it looks like he's punched out.
Smith out of there. He better try to get one through.
Oh, man. And now let's see what Smith, he has a minute, like 50 seconds left here in round number two. And Tucker may be punched out.
This is called growing pains right here. This is growing pains. He's learning on the job. He'll learn not to do that next time, but let's see how he handles it right now.
Sometimes when an opponent can take all your headshots, it's about going to the body, and you talk about learning on the job, and you're going to learn the easy way, you're going to learn the hard way.
DeAndre Smith better take advantage of this.
I'm not sure how recovered DeAndre Smith is himself, but he's coming forward, not throwing anything though. And there's another right hand from Tucker that gets in.
That hurt. Oh, good shot right there from Tucker.
Let's listen in to McConnell Tucker, who is Jahi's father, as he goes back to his corner.
And listen, whenever you get him on the rope, step to the side on him. Step to the side on him. And look for two good shots. I don't need that shit. You understand? You don't need 850 shots. I just need 2 or 3 good shots. All right? Step to the side on him and make it count. All right? That's how you get him out of there. All right? Deep breath. You look good. Where's your water? Coach, you got water?
I need water.
No, are you sure? All right. Hey, wash your mouth out then. All right?
Good job.
Good job, champ. Good job.
When you're taking a break, let the one go, okay?
Right. Hey, good job. But step to the side. Don't stay in front of him. And when you're done, keep that jab on him. It's too fucking good not to use it.
Trey, some very good instructions in terms of he doesn't need all those shots. I need 1 or 2 good shots, which is exactly what you were calling for.
That's exactly what he needs to understand, and he'll get that. But he made the mistake of using volume and just trying to will the referee to stop the fight instead of getting the right shots through, taking a deep breath, trying again, taking another deep breath, trying again. But he'll learn. He's got to go through it to get to it, and that's a lesson he's going to have to learn.
Let's see what that 1-minute rest period did for DeAndre Smith's recuperative powers. His only loss was in the bubble, September 2020 against Benjamin Whitaker, a 6-round unanimous decision. Since then, it's 3 wins. The most impressive one, his last fight against 47-fight veteran Dallas Prescott, as now Tucker goes to the body.
DeAndre Smith is a good fighter. He's landing some good shots, but he's got to throw. He's got to believe that he belongs here tonight, or he's going to continue to take a whooping until this fight is stopped. You've gotten here, so why don't you fight your way through? Don't just take punishment and accept what Jahi Tucker is offering.
Tucker's offering a left hook and trying to set up that right hand. There's a right to the body for Tucker.
Appreciate Tucker going to the body this whole fight. Very, very impressive from him. I see a big improvement mentally and with his fight game.
It's all about a growth process, and there defensively his right hand was where it was supposed to be. We've seen Tucker drop his hands, be defensively careless, and a lot of those flaws have been fixed at least early in these first 3 rounds, Dre, and here he goes on the offense once again. Oh, what a nice right uppercut from Jahi Tucker, and he's got Smith in trouble, but Smith ties him up.
Now Tucker gets a second chance to try to finish the right way. Let's watch him. Not always about quantity, it's about quality. When you have an 8-ounce glove or a 10-ounce glove on, you get the right shot through, the fight is over.
Great timing from Jahi Tucker here in the 3rd round. Not getting ahead of himself, trying to work his way into position. Smith trying to land the left hand as he is now in the southpaw stance. But here comes Jahi Tucker. I think he found the key to hurt Smith, and that's a right uppercut, and he's trying to find the angle for it once again.
And that's also what his father and coach asked for. He said, change the angle. Smith is a veteran. He can stand there if he knows where you're at, but if he loses sight of you, you can get a shot through that he doesn't see. That's also the beauty of being 19 years old. If you're Jahi Tucker, you can punch yourself out and get everything back in less than 60 seconds.
Said like a real veteran. All right, good finish to round number 3. We're halfway through this fight. Punching power to win tonight.
Man, Better Biev is walking through the corridors of MSG like he owns the place. He looks like he came and he means business tonight. And I think we're going to see a little bit of everything from that man. I think we're going to see the craftiness that he doesn't get credit for to get the big shots through. Toughness, which is going to take to beat a Joe Smith Jr. Both fighters are going to have to display a lot if they're going to get their hand raised tonight.
I mean, both fighters finish fights early. Better Biev, 12 of his 17 fights ended in 6 rounds or less. For Joe Smith Jr., 17 of his 22 knockouts inside of 3 rounds. But also they carry their power late, because Better Biev, his last 3 knockouts came in rounds 9, 10, and 10. He also has a knockout in the 12th and final round. And for Joe Smith, his last 3 victories, a knockout in the 9th round, a 12-round unanimous decision to win the title against Vlasov, where he had to dig deep down the stretch in the championship rounds, and then the 9th round knockout he had in his last outing. So no one is safe at any moment.
We say all that to say, call your friends, call your family members, get in front of the television. You don't want to miss this fight.
It's like when you're going on a road trip, Dre, with all the kids, go to the bathroom now because we're not stopping.
Right. That's a fact. Jahi starting to showboat just a little bit, which I don't have a problem with. Just make sure that you're in control of this fight, which he is, and don't let the showboating take you away from your business.
Tucker throwing some looping shots now. Not so much setting him up, but he's finding a home for them on the body and the head of DeAndre Smith. Smith definitely slowed down after that second round where he was hurt.
Well, I think after the first round, he realized that he didn't want to try to win anymore. He just wanted to try to survive. And that's what you see. You see a guy who's been in the ring long enough to know that if I finish on my feet, that's a moral victory. Jahi Tucker's got to try to take away that moral victory right now.
It's the left hand from Tucker that's doing damage here in the fourth round. There you see now it's the right hand that was set up by all that left hand success.
Hands are free, fellas.
Tucker wants to go downstairs to the body and to come right back upstairs. He's had the most success when he mixes in the body attack with the head shots.
And that right uppercut for Jahi Tucker, as now Smith is reminded that those body shots do hurt. Let me throw one at you. Short left from Jahi Tucker. Referee Sean Clark is looking at DeAndre Smith. He said, come on now. In other words, show me something, and there it is. You don't show something, and the referee's going to have to step in and do what he has to do and stop the fight here in the fourth round.
That's the best I've seen Jahi Tucker look. He looked very poised tonight. He looked like he leaped 2-3 years ahead of his development. I'm not sure what his pops have been talking to him about. I'm not sure what they've been working on, but I like it. I like what I saw tonight.
227 TKO.
Jahi Tucker improves to 8-0. 5 of those victories coming by way of knockout. A lot of the people made their way down from Deer Park, New York into Manhattan, and what a great Father's Day gift for McCunnon Tucker to get a knockout victory here at the Hulu Theater for Jahi Tucker against a very tough DeAndre Smith, who we got to give him credit for just fighting through that second round. Despite being discouraged, Dre, he was in this fight, just didn't have enough firepower to keep Jahi Tucker off of him.
He's definitely tough, but sometimes being tough is not enough. You want to try to win the fight, and he didn't try to win after a certain point. But Jahi Tucker just finished this fight by just being steady. He made the mistake early by throwing too many punches and punches himself out. He learned from that quickly. He computed what his father said. He knew he had DeAndre Smith reeling, and he just put the right shots through. Just those don't seem like heavy shots, but that's about the 100th shot that DeAndre Smith took. And when you see the head start to snap back, a good referee will notice that, and he'll get in there and stop the fight before things get ugly. Good performance, good maturity from Jahi Tucker, and he did what he had to do. Now it's time to go celebrate.
And I think Sean Clark, the referee, gave DeAndre Smith every opportunity to stay in the fight, but once that head started to snap back, once those shots from Jahi Tucker started to land clean, he knew it was time to step in. And let's get the official time with Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden, referee Sean Clark calls a stop to this bout at 2 minutes, 27 seconds of round number 4. For your winner by technical knockout, Jahi Tucker!
8th fight in just 21 months as a pro for Jahi Tucker. And when you're active, you improve. And that's what we're seeing in Jahi Tucker, who was a top-ranked amateur at 138 pounds, now fighting in the welterweight division. Tonight, it's all about Artur Beterbiev and Joe Smith Jr., a triple light heavyweight unification. Our own Mark Kriegel sat down with the champ, Artur Beterbiev. What did you take away from that, Mark?